Hey guys, this is Vocal Pineapple and welcome to Heroes Notes, a series where I explain basic things about the My Hero world that you should know. These videos are like a glossary for you to check back and get info on certain things. Today, we'll be talking about a mysterious drug making its rounds in My Hero Academia. Let's get right to it. Hit it! So what is Trigger? Trigger is a quirk-enhancing drug that will pop up in My Hero Academia Season 4, and it's at the center of the main plotline for the season. You see, we've entered the rise of villain saga in the story thanks to the fall of All Might. Villains and even just groups of thugs are getting more bold, and they're committing crimes everywhere. The lack of a symbol of peace definitely had an effect. At the end of Season 3, we see Twice as he walks around the city. He sees a group of thugs getting taken out by Chisaki in the 8 Precepts of Death. I won't go too deep into what these guys are about to keep from really spoiling anything. Let's just say that the 8 Precepts of Death are a branch of the Yakuza, and they have a hand to play in the creation and trafficking of this drug. The drug is passed through trade routes all throughout Japan, and thugs are using it to enhance their quirks to stay safe from heroes trying to protect the public. So what does it actually do? Trigger is created so that it can temporarily enhance the power of someone's quirk. By raising their quirk output, it makes them far more dangerous. Early on in Season 4, one of our heroes will come up against a villain that has a quirk that allows him to turn some of his body parts into blades. That villain gets cornered and he takes Trigger, and he basically becomes Moonfish from the Forest Training Camp invasion. Blades start flying out from his body, and he becomes ridiculously more powerful and starts pushing the hero back. So you can see why this stuff is so popular in the streets, and why it's so dangerous, but is the existence of this quirk completely negative in the story? Well, there are a few applications for the drug if it could be studied and maybe stabilized for the public. A drug like this could be useful for people with naturally weak quirks, or for people with healing quirks. Obviously it can make All Might much more powerful for a short amount of time, but bringing that up actually makes me think of another possible use for it. What's the possibility that one of our heroes might someday use the drug? I mean, in My Hero Academia Vigilantes, this actually already almost happened to one of our main characters. Oh, you didn't know? Well, that's right. Trigger is also something that can be found in the My Hero Academia Vigilante storyline, and I'll be doing a video about the origins of the drug and how it links both series together. For now, let's assume one of our characters would use the drug in a dire situation. Maybe Kirishima needs to harden to tank something to protect someone, but if he can't withstand it, they'll all die. Maybe Todoroki is fighting Dabi and his fire just isn't hot enough to keep him in the fight. Maybe Aoyama is trying to keep twinkling but his laser is giving out. What would actually happen if they took the drug? Well, for Kirishima, I'm sure his hardening would easily protect them from pretty much anything that I could think of. I don't even think that Bakugo's biggest explosion would be able to put a scratch on Kirishima if he fully hardened up with Trigger in his system. I think he'd be fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure Kirishima will be able to put back any attack that's pushed towards him. For Todoroki, his flames would probably heat up to the point where they were blue or even white hot, and his ice would probably be able to just instantly freeze somebody. He'd be horrifying on the battlefield now that I think about it, and honestly, he'd probably easily be one of the most powerful characters in the entire history of the series, because just think about how massive his ice blast would be. Think about how much fire he could produce and how hot it could be, and that's not even thinking about how he could mix the two together to make gigantic explosions like the one that he used against Deku in the sports festival. It would be like fighting against an ice elemental and a fire elemental in some kind of weird superhero RPG. Aoyama's laser would shine so brightly and radiantly that people would gather around it to praise its splendor. He wouldn't ever stop twinkling, even long after the effects of the quirk drug wore off. To be serious, I'm not sure that the drug would have any effect on Aoyama because there's a theory that Aoyama doesn't even have a quirk. I'll talk about that one soon, but for now, that's all you need to know about Trigger, how it's made, and how it can be used in the story of My Hero Academia. Ultimately, our heroes will probably never resort to using an artificial cheat code like that because that's part of what makes them heroes. They overcome the odds without having to resort to low tactics like that. If you agree, throw a like my way, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button to become part of the Pineapple family. Hit that bell icon to join my league of notifications and get notified whenever I upload, which is a lot lately. And that's it. So I love you guys, and I've got some really exciting stuff coming soon for you guys, so keep an eye out. I'll see you later. It's Pineapple. Peace.